Good day, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are going now to talk about academic literacy. I'll expand our discussion on academic literacy. I'm Dr. Hautemo. We will define academic literacy in Weideman's language or in his words, because he understands it from a diverse kind of I would say background, where he talk about it being a range of academic vocabulary that is seen in a context or within a context, or also the interpretation and the use of metaphoric and idiomatic kind of language or academic use that has to do with connotations and also wordplay. Also, it's understood as the relationship between different part of a text and a student being aware of the logical development of an academic text via introduction to the body, and also maybe the body structure, and then until the conclusion. Knowing how to use the language that serves to make the different part of the text to hang together, and also to build that coherence within the text. It involves interpretation of different kind of text genres and have the sensitivity to for the meaning that they would like to convey in the audience, or have the audience in mind at which they are aimed. It also involves the interpretation and use, and even to some extent the production of the information that is presented in graphic and visual formats. So academic literacy then involves making a distinction between the essential and non-essential information, fact and opinion, proposition and argument, and distinguish between causes and effects. Also involve classifying and categorizing and data. It's also seen as a sequence or an order that maybe can be presented in numerical or in computational a kind of way that is relevant to that academic information, and also that it should also allow some kind of comparisons to be made. And you also need to know the evidence to present the evidence, to extrapolate information by making inference and applying information to support your argument. And also it involves understand the communicative function of various ways of expressing or expression in academic language by defining, providing examples, bringing forward arguments, and also supporting evidence on it. Academic literacy aims for you as candidates or postgraduate candidate to negotiate meaning at the word, sentence, and paragraph and word level. Understand discourses and argument structure in the text that signals underlined by this structure. Extrapolate and draw inference beyond what has been discovered in the text. Separate essential from non-essential information. Understand and interpret visual and encoded information such as graphs, etc. Understand and manipulate numerical information, and also the importance adding your voice to the arguments that you are presenting. So we would look at the domains of academic literacy, and that has to do with the communicative function that in which students show their ability to see how parts of sentences or discourses define other parts, and the examples and the supporting arguments, the attempts they make their attempts to persuade. Inferencing, whereby the students are able to draw conclusion and apply new insights on what they are are suggesting, or what they are bringing forward in the argument or in the text. Vocabulary, students' ability to derive words out of meaning from the context. Relational, that has to do with cohesion. It has to do with your capability to see the structure and the organization of the discourse, and then you can also be able to kind of argue or provide your argument, within the text, and also kind of throughout the body of the text, and also make a logical development. There is also essential and non-essential information, the ideas and their supporting details, statements and examples, facts and opinion, proposition and their argument, and also being able to classify and categorize and label the information. Grammar and syntax, that is the student's ability to analyze the way in which the sentences or sentence structure and words are kind of formed, and the effect of the meaning and emphasis in the language. The metaphoric language, that is to showcase your understanding and your work using the metaphor in the language, and also the capacity to perceive the language connotation, the wordplay, the ambiguity, the idiomatic kind of expression, and get meanings out of that. And then the text genre, which is the last, which is the student's ability to perceive the audience in the text, and also the purpose of the writing, including the ability to understand the text register, if it's formal or informal, the tone, if it's didactic, informative, or even persuasive. You are going to do the activity, which is based on the academic writing next.